Welcome back to Grayburn. We finally finished up. It's a project that was ongoing for longer than it should have been, but you know, great things, what is this saying? Great things come at length. Anyway, welcome in, and you'll get to see all the updates we made. As you can see, the wood floors have stayed. They were sanded down and revarnished, so they look brand new. Something in the living room that kind of stands out. As you can see, we did the build out in the fireplace and did a nice red oak mantle to kind of tie in to the room, give the room a little pop, but the rest of this room is as it is. In the dining room, you can see that the color has changed. We've lightened it up a lot. We did a little wainscoting around the bottom, just did some color contrasting, but wanted to keep it real light so that, because of all the windows in here, so you just feel the natural light in this room versus the old wood paneling kind of kept it dark. And then a few things that happened in the kitchen is new countertops, obviously, a new kitchen sink, stove, and refrigerator as well. We did go ahead and sand down these cabinets and refinished them with a darker color stain, and then varnished over that to make sure it holds up well. And then for the primary bathroom, it really turned out Sarah did a fantastic job with the design here. We have a nice 5x5 shower, and then a bathtub. And if you remember, the old bathtub was sitting here, so like this layout, 1,000 times better. And then you can walk straight through here into the primary bedroom. And we did a nice accent wall just to help out the primary bedroom, give it a little more character, help it pop a little bit and stand out from the rest of the bedrooms. And then some changes we made in the office was we went with wallpaper on all the walls, and it really complements with the tan for all our trim and crown molding along the ceiling. And then some of the exterior changes to this house and property is we went with a nice green for the exterior color. You'll also notice that we took down the old roofing they had over this part. It was just like a tent roofing, not very good materials, and it was exhausted, so it needed to come down. But one of the biggest changes for out here is this area right back here. We ended up chipping up all the concrete that was back here. If you remember, we had a wall right here, and then this whole area was all concrete. So we did some gravel for our pathways and embroidered it with mulch. It's really, we wanted to leave it as an empty slate for the next owners, whether they want to put a pool back here or do something different with the landscaping, or if they like how it is, they can keep it this way as well. We have a 2-car garage here as well. Nothing really changed much with this garage outside of paint color on the exterior and cleaning up some of the garbage that was inside. As you can see, we still have a bunch of garbage in here. Give us a couple days, we'll have it all emptied out. I'll walk you guys through the process of how this project worked. Originally, our timeline for this house was a little over 3 months. Due to the wildfires that happened in Altadena, this project got extended to around a little over 5 months long. So first, when we came into this house in December, we did the demo. The demo happens quite quickly, but after demoing, we realized that we were going to have to change out all new plumbing lines. The cast iron lines had started to fail, and you saw in a few places, most of it was still fine, but when some starts to fail, the rest of it's not far behind it. So we ended up doing new plumbing on the house, replaced everything with ABS. It did have some galvanized lines on the water side of it, as well as copper, so we ended up changing out all those galvanized water lines as well. And then on the electrical, it had a 100 amp panel, so we wanted to update that, go to 200 amp. The house originally has a conduit all through it for our electrical wiring to run through, so we ended up just pulling all the old wiring out of that conduit and rerunning new 10 and 12 gauge wire throughout the house just to get everything up to date. Another few things we did is we went into both the bathrooms. They all got new vanities, new tile floors. The primary bathroom got a new shower and bathtub. As you can see, the existing one was, the layout was just a little bit weird.
And with doing new, we were able to open up that hallway into the primary bedroom, which really tied the primary bath and bedroom together well. We also, on the mechanical side of things, we redid the HVAC system in this house, new ducts, new heater, as well as AC condenser, just to try to get everything up as new as possible, just so the next owners don't have to deal with any headaches on that. Following that work scope, we were able to insulate and close everything back up. We obviously repainted the house, and then that kind of led us into the kitchen. We were going to leave those cabinets that were there. They're still in pretty good shape, the same color and everything, but then we decided with the tile floors that it would look a little bit better with a darker stain on it. So we went through there, did re-stain the cabinets, re-varnished them, new hardware. So that pretty much wraps up all the interior updates that we did. And then if you go to exterior, we were able to plant some new plants, put some new camellias in. And then the backyard, we also did a pretty big update there. We took out a lot of that old concrete that was all cracked up and uneven, put some mulch down and gravel pathways through it so that you can get around the backyard and a nice little fireplace for the next owners. This project did take a couple months longer than expected, but that's with flipping houses. You have a plan and then usually you have to veer off the plan. There's so many unforeseen circumstances that could arise, and you just have to roll with it. Thank you guys for following our process and being part of recording this. Thank you, Jeremiah, for coming out here with his camera, and then to all the guys that came out, all the guys and ladies that came out and were involved in these projects. Ultimately, we can't do them by ourselves. It's a lot of different skills, and a lot of the people we hire have really great skills that they bring into these houses and they create these houses, because we can have an idea of how we want it done, but you need skills to do those things. From the tile guy to our electrician to our HVAC guy to our plumber, where all a bunch of different skills have to come together and coordinate to make these projects happen. Thank you so much for watching. I guess we might see you on the next one. Okay, I like that.